Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you don't realize this by now, which you should, this video is in slow-mo. I have no idea how this happened. I'm not sure what I did in order for this to happen. It seems like a button on my camera was turned to this slow-mo thing. So this was not intentional, but unfortunately I had already made this video and it wasn't anything that I could like redo because this was my meal prep video and the things that I got from the grocery store, as well as some things that I bought from previous purchases from different places. But I wanted to go ahead and put it out because, like I said, I've started my challenge and I want to show you guys what I'm doing in order to, get my best results. So, okay, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. And yeah, you're gonna see some different clips and stuff like that. And I'll explain all the products that I have through this voiceover. Okay, so we're gonna start with the little bitty stuff that I got from Kroger. And normally Kroger is where I go just because it is like 2.5 seconds away from my place. But yeah, we're gonna start with Kroger stuff. So those are whole green beans. I love whole green beans. And they have a decent little protein amount because, like I've said before, protein is going to keep you satiated. You want to get things with a good amount of protein. And since I am a vegetarian, it can be challenging, but I've kind of figured it out. So I got green beans. Those are Fiesta vegetables. And I probably won't get this again because, like I said, this voiceover is probably a week. I've already eaten all of this stuff. So, and I tried them and I put them in the oven. Yeah, Fiesta style vegetables. And they have these beans in them and they were like super dry. So I didn't like that. So I probably won't get that again. The corn meatless grounds, they are a fantastic vegetarian mock meat substitute. They're pretty decently high in protein. For one serving, it is 100 calories and it's 15 grams of protein. It does have egg in it, so it is not vegan. So you cannot have this if you are a vegan. But they're pretty good. They remind me of like cubed chicken. So yeah, I usually just do the whole bag. I cook the whole bag. And by the way, because I'll show you how I cook my mock meats or all the food that I prepare. I try not to use oil. So, and I found these fantastic, they're called, I think they're granite. It's like granite kind of pots that you'll see to the right. I just bought them. I bought them from Macy's when I was buying a whole bunch of stuff in December. It was a really good deal and I bought them, and usually I do stainless steel, but I went with these pots because I wanted something that was, I don't want Teflon. I want something that's non-stick but still not bad for you, and these seem to have a pretty good review as far as that. I was showing you guys that I'm going to put blueberries. I have frozen blueberries that I'm probably going to put in my oatmeal. That's usually what I do, or I'll sometimes eat them alone, and you can just put like a fat-free whipped cream or a almond milk whipped cream. So the Boca, also, that's fantastic. Mock meat. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is vegan. It's 60 calories per serving. There's 6 servings in here. Now, the serving size has 11 grams of protein. The deal with Boca is I like to double it up. So I don't do 1 serving, I do 2 servings. That way I'm maximizing my protein. So that way I get 22 grams of protein instead of 11. And it fills me up. And for 120 calories at 22 grams of protein, that's like fantastic. So that's why I doubled that up. But I also, when I cook that, as well as the corn, the mock meat corn, I do not use oil because, and even when I was using the stainless steel, I didn't use oil. But now with the new pots that I have, I can cook eggs without oil, so which is super exciting. Anyway, sorry, I'm still new at this camera thing, so yeah, that's why it's moving all over the place. But yeah, I'm gonna move to the next clip since I'm doing some talking. Okay, so I had pulled out some baby spring mix. I had also bought that from Kroger. I just left it in the refrigerator, so I had pulled it out. And I like my Kroger because they always have their salads on clearance, because I'm pretty sure people are not buying healthy, like super healthy stuff at my Kroger. So that always ends up going on sale, and I always end up picking that stuff up. I'm also showing you guys some tofu, and I really like the extra firm, but when I was at the store, I didn't see extra firm, so I got firm. Firm is still fine. It's not bad. Extra firm, I just like it better. I don't like silken tofu. I've tried it when I was a kid. I tried it when I was a young, I say young adult, but young adult meaning like early 20s, like late teens. And I do not like silken tofu. If it's extra firm, I'm chilling. If it's firm, I'm cool. So, yeah, I don't do silken tofu. Sorry that my phone started ringing if you heard a noise. So next, I'm showing you guys, this is stuff that I already got from the store. Stuff like from Kroger, of course, but Thrive Market. I have a membership with Thrive Market. And those eggs are from Walmart. My husband loves going to Walmart. I do not like going to Walmart, so I got him to pick me up some eggs from Walmart. Usually I like the organic ones. These are high. I usually don't pay for those. I get mine from Kroger. But yeah, he happened to get me some organic eggs, because sometimes I like to do one egg and then just do egg whites, but I didn't have any egg whites. So that week I pretty much used those organic eggs for my breakfast. But so this is from Kroger. This is old-fashioned oats, because I'm going to have this pretty much for the whole week of my first challenge week. And I love oatmeal. I've always loved oatmeal. Loved it when I was a kid, when my mother was putting sugar, butter, and condensed milk in it. I love oats. So I usually have that pretty much plain. Like, I don't do the microwave. I don't like putting oats in the microwave. I like putting them on the stove, or I do overnight oats. It's either or. I don't do oats in the microwave. Like, I can't. I don't like that texture. So, it's $1.50 at Kroger. That's the reason why I get it from there. Now, I can get the ones from the Dollar Tree that are $1, but like I said, most of the time I always go to Kroger. So if I go to Kroger, those are the ones that I get. There's also some protein ones, and I'll probably show you guys in the future, that I also get that have like, I think either 10 or 12 grams of protein in it. Now, this is old. I haven't used this in a while. I think I used it last year when my youngest son was in school and my daughter wasn't in school yet. But these are steel cut oats. I love steel cut oats. The problem with steel cut oats is they take 20 minutes to cook. I don't have all that kind of time. They are the least processed, and that's the reason why I like them. Because if you can get the least process of anything, it's supposed to be better for you. So still cut oats, if you have the time, cook them, go for it. If you don't, the next best thing would be the old-fashioned oats, because that is the next step of less processed. Quick oats is the most processed. So I usually just stick with, like I said, still cut oats and old-fashioned oats. And I like old-fashioned oats because it's bigger and it's flatter. So yeah, I like those. These are, well, to the left, these are some condiments that I like to use, as well as add-ons or add-ins into like my oatmeal. So I'm picking up it is the Kroger version of PB2. Now that's Barney's. I can't remember where I got that from, but it is a almond butter, powdered, but it's an almond powdered nut butter, and it has the most grams of protein versus the powdered peanut butter. Now and it has less calories. It's 45 calories per serving, and you get 6 grams of protein. Now the deal with this one is I don't enjoy the taste. Like, it has to be something where if I use this, I gotta put like some berries or some vegan chocolate chips or something like that, because it's very chalky. So I don't really go to that one that much. But I have PB2 in my hand now. Usually I get the knockoff brand from Simple Truth from Kroger, because it has less calories. It's got 10 less calories, but it has the same amount of protein. So, but at the time when I bought this was the only one on the shelf. They didn't have the Simple Truth brand. So I got the PB2 peanut butter, powdered peanut butter. And they also have a chocolate powdered peanut butter that I should be moving to in a second. I should be moving to it. Okay, move over. Okay. Oh, okay, well, I guess I slid it over. Okay, there it goes. That's the peanut butter, the powdered peanut butter chocolate, which honestly, out of the three, I love the most. That's why it is pretty much empty. But I guess I kept it just so I could show you guys and to remind myself that I need to buy some more. So yeah, I love the powdered peanut butter, and yes, slightly the almond butter as well. But they're just good to add into your oatmeal when you want to amp up the protein, because oatmeal only has 5 grams of protein. So, being a vegetarian, I need to keep adding protein type things without adding a ton of calories. Like, I don't want to have over 500 calorie meals. Like, most of my meals are going to be somewhere between 3 and 500. Usually it's under 500, but I'm just going to say 3 to 500 calories. Because my meal target right now, as far as calories in a day, I have it at 1,600. I normally don't hit 1,600. I usually hit somewhere between, I'd say, 1,200 and 1,400, maybe even a little bit over 1,400. But most of the time, it's going to be probably around 1,200 or 1,300. So yeah, I try to just get a lot of things that are protein packed but low calorie, and so that pretty much assists my goal. All right, so I picked up some cacao sweet nibs by Navitas. I got these from Thrive Market probably sometime last year. For 1 teaspoon, which is not a lot, that's 5 mLs, it is 25 calories. Now, this is something, say if you do have a sweet tooth, and you just need a little sprinkle, a little crunch on top of something. This is something that I would utilize, like when I'm doing a really thick protein shake and I'm trying to make it kind of ice creamish, I'll put a little bit of this on top with some vegan chocolate chips or some low calorie chocolate chips, and it tastes very magical. The thing about these sweet nibs is it does have sugar in it. So that's why you really can't use it kind of crazily. You have to use it sparingly. But the good thing about cacao nibs is they have, they're supposed to be a superfood. They have antioxidants in it because it's, cacao. It's from the cocoa bean. So it's, it's healthy. It's like a nice mineral, a micronutrient. So yeah, I used to get the plain cacao nibs when I was younger, the ones that taste really disgusting, but I would eat them anyway just because they were healthy. But to have these with a little sweetness, it's like amazing. It's fantastic. I also get my coffee now from Thrive Market. It's organic coffee. I love it. It's just a little little single packs. And I just make 6 ounces of water after I drink my 8 ounces of warm water in the morning, which you'll hear me talk about that when you see my daily vlogs. And I put flax milk in it. That's what I'm showing you right now. The unsweetened kind, I do 60 mLs of flax milk, which this flax milk has protein in it. I get this also from Thrive Market because I cannot find it in stores. 70 calories, you get 8 grams of protein. Like I said, like this, you cannot beat that. So I use that as pretty much as my creamer. I don't use this for cereal. I usually like to use almond milk for cereal if I'm going to have cereal. It's just certain other nut milks or, like pea milk or hemp milk. Any kind of other milk just doesn't hit the way almond milk does with cereal. So, but I like to use this in my coffee. I bought this vanilla flax milk just to try it. Really, it has a little bit more calories than the unsweetened, and it also has added sugar. So this isn't something that I'm gonna buy all the time. This was really just something that I wanted to try, but it also has 8 grams of protein in it as well. So majority of the time, you're probably going to see me with the unsweetened flax milk for my coffee. And it's I don't know, but when I put it in my coffee, it gives this nice creaminess at the top. So when I first bought this and I first tried it, I was like, this tastes different. It almost tastes kind of weird. But the more I started to drink my coffee with it, I really liked it. It was like this nice creamy texture to it. So think about it, if you add some hazelnut sugar-free syrup, you've got a real nice creamy nutty coffee. And you're gonna need those kind of things when you're doing a meal prep. Anything that's gonna make you want to consistently have it, that's what you want to go for. And honestly, I know I'm about to talk here. Honestly, I end up swaying off of my meals when I don't meal prep. And I've just noticed that. And also, I start getting comfortable. Once I have this quote unquote new body and I'm smaller, which I will be putting clips of myself, in here because I found some pictures of myself from last summer. I think it was in July where I did slim down and I was looking, pretty good. It's I get comfortable in that. And then when my family wants to go places, instead of either bringing my meals or having that one meal and being okay, cool, that was great, that was good, it was fun, and then going back to eating the way that I should be eating my healthier lifestyle, I start tripping because I am the only one in the house that's doing a healthier lifestyle. No one else really is. And so, if my kid has a cookie, I'm looking at a cookie. If my husband's bringing home, his little snack cakes and stuff like that, I'm trying to look at a snack cake, So that's how I end up getting out of pocket. Or if I get in a pinch and I don't have things prepared, or I don't have some of the little healthy snacks that I do like to buy, I start getting off of the plan. And then, your routine starts changing when school comes in, when, especially like when I really started having to go back to work like everything starts changing, and then you fall off. And I'm trying to prevent myself from doing that. But okay, so let's keep going. Now, these are skinny syrups. I don't know if you guys know about these, but now this one is butter toffee, which tastes fantastic in my coffee. I also use these skinny syrups, or low calorie syrups, because I have other ones that aren't skinny by the brand Skinny Syrup. I like to pour a little bit in my oatmeal to sweeten it instead of using, a sugar, or even using a stevia. Sometimes I don't even use stevia. I just pour that, like I'll put some berries in my oatmeal, and then I'll pour that on top, and it's a nice, decent, sweet oatmeal without adding like some kind of sugar. So I get those from, you can get those either from Ross, Kroger, or Burlington. I'm sorry, did I say Kroger? Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or Burlington is where you can find those skinny syrups, and they're only $3.99. You can get some higher ones that are like $4.99, but they're usually $3.99. The ones that I just picked up called Sweet Sensations, those you can get from the Dollar Tree. Like, and the Dollar Tree has had sugar-free syrups for a minute. Like, this isn't new. Now, the branding has changed. I used to get another brand from the Dollar Tree that I really loved, but now they have these. They're not as good as the other one, I'll say that. But still, you can find some low-calorie syrups that you can add to your coffee. And for 30 mLs, you can get, and it's 0 calories for 30 mLs. So don't overdo it also. Don't get crazy with the 0 calorie syrups, because eventually the more you put something that is considered 0 calorie in a meal or a drink, it will add into some kind of caloric number. That Torani that I picked up, okay, there I go. I get that from Kroger. You can also get it from Walmart, but it's high as crap. It is very high. The price. I say high, I mean the price. The price is high. You can get that big Skinny Syrups bottle for $3.99 at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, or Ross. And that Torani, it's $4.19 at Kroger and at Walmart. Now that Pure Via Stevia, it's liquid stevia. I love it for just a little bit of more sweetness in my coffee, because I'm a Starbucks girl. And if you know anything about Starbucks, you know your coffee is going to be sweet if you go to the right location. That white chocolate mocha is going to, hit your taste buds with heavy syrups and heavy sugar. But so the stevia just sweetens up my coffee just a little bit. I put up probably about 10 squirts, and yeah, and then I'm good to go. I was getting Truvia, but I found that it's a lot more processed. So I was listening to Coach Adam, he's a bikini bodybuilder coach. He coaches Ashley Kaltwasser. If you guys are into any kind of bodybuilding, she was I think she won the Olympia like once or twice. I think it was once, a few years back. And Coach Adam said that this Purisher is like the purest form of stevia. I got this off of Amazon. Now this bag was like $10. You can get a bigger bag for I think $20. And then you can't go wrong. Like, it doesn't take a lot. Like how I said I had to squirt 10 liquid squirts of that Pure Via into my coffee to sweeten it. This, you just need a little bit and your stuff is sweet. So I've had this since last year also. It doesn't like you can't run through it as quickly, because like I said, it makes your whatever you're trying to sweeten, it makes it sweet just with the littlest amount. So yeah, I felt like this was a pretty good find. Okay, so there's a clip that's missing. I don't know what happened to it, but I do not have it. And I also every time I've recorded, sometimes it seems like the clips aren't like computing. I don't know. So now every time that I record, I'm going to have to check and make sure that the camera is recording it. But I didn't, you guys, there were some boxes that were on the counter. I got that from Thrive Market. They're high protein noodles. And I'll probably have to just show you guys what they are in another video. Because like I said, for some reason, my camera did not catch that. But they're usually like 23 to 25 grams of protein. So when I fix those, I do not use a maca meat substitute at all, because that's a lot of protein. I don't have to use anything else unless I'm trying to hit like a super high number of protein. So anyway, that was in the bag. I also bought some sugar-free cherry cola soda. And I usually try to have just one a day. I don't go for more than that because, you know, like, you shouldn't be drinking a whole bunch of, well, I don't want to drink a whole bunch of soda. I'll just say it like that. So we're going to skip over to how I made my meal prep. So those are those Fiesta style beans. I like to put my oven on 420 degrees. And for 25 minutes, that's how long I cook my vegetables. That in that first pan is the corn meatless grounds. And in the second pan is the Boca meat crumbles. And as you see, there's no oil in neither of them. I am pouring water, and they kind of have a simmering boil. And I don't want to say a full, because I don't cover it completely with water for it to like boil up, but it kind of like simmers. And I just stir it and stir it and stir it until I know that it's done, which takes, you know, usually I'll let it just sit and cook for a pretty long time, probably over like 12 to 15 minutes. I just want it to sit and cook. And I grew up on an electric stove. I don't like gas. My husband grew up on gas. I always feel like gas is so unpredictable, and you can pretty much scorch things. And I've scorched many a thing on a gas stove. So I just leave everything on a low setting, because if I do anything over like 2 or 3, it just seems like stuff burns. So everything that I have is on a low setting, and that's probably why it takes me longer to cook things. What I'm sprinkling on my stuff is sriracha salt, and I got it from the Dollar Tree. It tastes good, especially if you're going to have like French fries, which I do make my own homemade French fries. But we're not scared of salt over here, okay? I like to add salt to my stuff. It does not do anything crazy, especially if you're drinking the amount of water that you're supposed to drink, and if you're exercising. That stuff just comes like it comes out of your system. So, you know, I mean, you don't have to like kill things with salt, but definitely, you know, use a little salt to spruce up your food. Because the deal is even though I'm doing this meal prep, these are foods that I actually eat on a day-to-day basis. Like if I'm cooking, which sometimes that's my issue, I don't cook. I get lazy and I want to go and get like some, you know, stuff from out in the street. Or I'm just like snacking on a bunch of little crap. That's how I end up getting out of pocket. So, anyway, yeah, everything that I make in this meal prep are all things that I actually eat all the time if I'm cooking. So this isn't like, oh man, I'm making some stuff that I'm not going to like in, 2 months. I can't wait to get off of this. Like, no, this is stuff that I actually eat every day. And you have to find foods that you're going to love so that you can adapt and keep on this lifestyle, because it's a lifestyle. It's not a complete, oh, okay, well, let me do this for 2.5 seconds and now I'm done. Let me go back to the stuff that I was doing from before. No. And that's what always ends up getting me in trouble is, like I said, I stopped eating 3 to 4 meals a day. I start going down to either 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day. And it's always something that I shouldn't be eating in the first place. And then I'm like snacking and picking on things. So I've never really had a problem of overconsumption. It's always been a problem of not eating the right things in time blocks. So anyway, I'm showing you guys my meal prep containers, which I bought this for $6.99 at Big Lots. It's a container of 10. You can get these anywhere. You can get them from Amazon, Walmart, and yeah. So I like to line mine with parchment paper because it's less of a cleanup. All I do is put the parchment paper in the container. I put my food in the container, which you'll see how I do that. And I didn't even tell you guys about the white rice. Yeah. Like I said, that was a deleted clip, but the white rice, I usually put it in the pot. You boil the water and then you put it in the pot and you just let it sit and it just grows. And it's protein packed as well. I got that from Thrive Market. Now you can get that from Kroger, but if you want like the brown butter sage that I do have, that is specifically from Thrive Market. Like, I haven't found it anywhere else. You might be able to pick it up from like maybe Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, like a special, type store. But it's not in Kroger and it's not in Walmart. So I get those packets from Thrive Market, which a Thrive Market membership, if I'm not mistaken, it should be under $60 and it's once a year. So I personally think it's worth it because, like I said, you can find some things that you're not going to be able to find elsewhere. You find a lot of organic, healthy things. I've bought plantain chips that were so good. I was just like, oh my God, I can't buy these because I'm like ODing on them. But yeah, you can find like some really cool stuff at Thrive Market. So, and they also have a percentage off on their membership. Like, you have to catch it though, where I think you pay like 50% off on your first year. So, catch it when they have a percentage off, but I think it's worth it. You're pretty much paying yourself back with probably the first or the second order. Yeah, they just have stuff that you won't find in stores. So anyway, but yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why. I don't know what happened to these clips, but I'm just gonna try to be more mindful of when I videotape, video record. See, I'm old. I'm talking about videotape. When I video record and just play it back after I've made a video clip. So that way I know it's there, and that way we're not running into these issues. So I'm still learning. I'm still a newbie at this thing. So hopefully you guys will bear with me until I figure it out. But right now I'm cutting up that the firm tofu, not extra firm. This is regular firm tofu. And I'm making them in cubes. This is like one of the other protein things that I like to do. And it doesn't have a lot of protein, but it's still good enough. Say if I want to use this in a salad, like as a snack. But I'm cutting them up. I'm going to put them in the air fryer. I'm trying to think, did I spray them with oil? And if I'm going to use oil, I use avocado oil. And I use it from the can, the oil spray, so that it distributes the avocado oil and I don't get like heavily dense caloric globs of oil, say if you're getting it from a bottle. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in my air fryer, which I'm so excited that I bought this air fryer. This is my air fryer, like my own air fryer. Like my kids and my husband don't use this because they are still they still eat meat. And so when I was using their air fryer, I would have to put parchment and try to separate and do all this stuff so that I wouldn't get any any animal fats into my food. And so now I get to just use my little air fryer. I got this air fryer from Best Buy. A really good sale in December. It was $34.99. I love it. It's so cute and it's so quiet. So I think it's by Bella. Which you can find the Bella brand in Walmart. But I just happened to get this from Best Buy. So yeah, I think I should be putting this in the air fryer. I think I sprayed it with avocado oil. If I didn't, then, it's either or. It doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt anything whether I did or whether I didn't. But, and then I sprinkle it with, like I said, some salt. And yeah, and then I air fried. I think I air fried for about 12 minutes at 400. Okay, guys, so this is how I meal prep. I section everything off. I have my maca meat on one side. I have my vegetables in the middle, and white rice at the end. And that white rice, which I'm so upset it didn't get included in the clip for you guys to see, but like I said, I got those from Thrive Market. They're 10 grams of protein per serving, and that's like another way that I get my protein as a vegetarian is through white rice. Sorry, I turned the light on my camera so it could be brighter, like my house is very dark. But that's how I get my protein. It's a good way of getting your protein, and it's a tasty it's a tasty alternative too. Because regular rice, like I do have jasmine rice, and I have like some sticky rice. They don't have a lot of protein in them, and just for a little, like half a cup is like crazy amount of calories. So I don't really like to use that. But yeah, that I like that white rice, but I don't measure any of my foods. I go by the serving. So if the serving says like the maca meat will say for 6 servings there's 11 grams of protein, I just cook all of it and I divvy out the portions per container. So if it says 6 servings, and like I said, for that boca I use 3 servings instead of 6 servings, I double up on the maca meat. I'll do 3 containers, and I'll try to put them all evenly in each container. Because what I've learned, and I learned this from Holly Baxter, and if you guys look at my video about favorite influencers and my Get Ready With Me, I briefly spoke about her. But her and her husband, Lane Norton, they pretty much are like PhDs in like in nutrition and in like exercise science and all this other stuff. They'll tell you their degrees on their channel if you go and follow them. But she says, and I want to try their Carbon app. They have an app called Carbon. And she says pretty much like your food caloric amount, it's kind of like tallied in a week. So I'm like, okay, well, if that's the case, why do I need to do everything like gram by gram? By the way, the picture that I'm showing you is some of the high protein noodles in that box that I wasn't able to show you. Like I said, that clip went up in smoke. But that's the noodles with just vegetables. And but yeah, she says like to just tally everything up for a week. So I don't measure everything to a T. Um, if I was to do that, it would be because I'm doing something like a serious prep where I need to account for every single, solitary calorie. And, I know that if I don't do it to a T, then I can't get this certain result. I'm not doing that for this prep. I'm really just trying to, shed the weight. And if I want to get more tedious, that's when I am smaller and I'm going for a certain goal, which I don't know if I'm going to do something like that. I had thought about getting into a competition before, but I don't know. I'm just going to leave it up in the air. Maybe someday I will, maybe I won't. If I decide to do a competition, it'll probably be bikini. But like I said, I don't know if I'm really going to do that or not. It's just something I had mulled around. But yeah, so I don't do like everything by the gram when it comes to my like my meal prep and divvying everything out. I just go by what the serving says, and I try to, portion it out to what the serving says. So, and for me, I mean, like I said, I did it last summer and I had no issues with losing weight, no problems. I just tried to stay consistent in the gym, and I got some really good results. So, yeah, so this is pretty much my meal prep. I think I did 7 containers, and that was it for the first week. Now, I didn't show you guys, and I'm saying this at the end of this, I didn't show you guys my meal prep for the second week, which I did this past Sunday. And I did two sets of 4. So I ended up doing the rice again with the Boca, but and you'll see in one of my clips later, you'll see I bought this really great tasting smoky tempeh. It tastes so fantastic. It looks like little what is it? What is the word? Something with an S. It's like, it looks like little slabs, like little slabs of bacon, but it's tempeh and it's like this smoky flavor. It's so good. I ended up cooking that as well as another brand of those fettuccine noodles. Well, it's the same brand, just another make of it. It's like a black bean and mung bean or something like that. So, but you will see that now. I just didn't show you guys how I cooked it. But, this is pretty much how I do my prep. Oh, and the tofu that I cooked in the air fryer, I pretty much just tossed it in a container. So it ended up being something that was, if I didn't want to have that kind of a meal, or if I was pressed for time, I would put that tofu on top of a salad, like that green baby mix salad that you guys saw at the beginning when I was showing you the grocery haul. I did that one day. I put that in a bowl with some sliced tomatoes, and the tomatoes weren't really for me, they were for my daughter. But I took some and put some tofu with that, and ended up making that a part of a snack. So, yeah. So the tofu wasn't really like a sectioned out meal like these are. This is like supposed to be for a lunch and dinner. But yeah, so, and I also don't eat both meals each day. I usually just do one because I do ride share. Like that's kind of what my, job is or whatever. And I don't like having one of those meals, and if it's heavy, I don't like sitting for hours having eaten that kind of a meal. So I did that before, and I don't know, I just don't like it. So I'd rather just take a shake and like a protein bar with me when I am doing my ride share. And yeah, so most of the time for that whole week, I just had one of those meals. So it ended up lasting the whole week instead of me meal prepping on Sunday and Wednesday, which is what I would typically do. But anyway, hopefully I've answered everything. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Please say something in the comments so that I can answer them. And yeah, this is pretty much the end of the video. Like I said, I'm really excited about this. It's already been a week, and I'll tell you guys like my update of like my weight, and I also haven't done my measurements. So we'll do my measurements together, and we'll talk about like how I do my workout splits and stuff, because I've been working out and I'm gonna do a video on that. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.